time to play!
G'day guys, Nate here, coming at you with a bit of a different video, change of pace and whatnot. It's Sunday morning as of this recording, the night or the day after our preliminary final season exit to Brisbane. Saturday night, Saturday twilight, whatever you want to talk about. Not going to talk about the game anymore. I uploaded that review this morning and I'm straight into another video recording, basically because my next 48, 72 hours will be a little bit busy, so I'll be away from the channel for a bit, so I'm recording these videos. This will likely be a 3-in-1 or 24 hours span or window. I have 3 uploads, so you guys are welcome. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel if you're not already. I've hit a snag with the algorithm, not recommending my videos recently, so make sure you guys are subscribed. Leave a like, comment, share all your thoughts on Collingwood related topics and whatnot. Share this video, recommend it, you know the drill. 500 plus subscribers last week. Thank you guys so much. My goal now, get to 1,000. I will be around in the off season. Straight into this video talking about the Brownlow Medal, my predictions, but more specifically, more importantly, Nick Daicos and his chances of finally winning his first Brownlow Medal. His 4th season in the AFL, just under 100 games played. He's got a chance to finally win his first Brownlow Medal. Had the chance to win it in 2023 before getting injured against Hawthorn. Could have won it last year. Patrick Cripps, 45 votes against Nick Daicos, 38 votes. That was just genuine WTF right there for the vote count. Goes to show it really is a midfielder's medal, this one. But this year, it feels a little bit different. I don't think Nick Daicos has had the best season here compared to last year in 2023. Again, under 100 games, 3 All-Australian selection years, 2023, 2024, 2025. Bit stiff to miss out on the All-Australian 40 squad in 2022. All-Australian under-22 squad for 4 years in a row. Just tremendous work there. The Lee Matthews Trophy this year, the Coaches Award last year, getting the applaudance and pundits and praise and recognition everywhere. The next step is a Brownlow Medal. He's a Premiership player as well. Not to be with Norm Smith Medal 2 years ago, maybe another Norm Smith Medal in his lifetime or his career, but we're here now talking about the 2025 Brownlow Medal, and again, what are Nick Daicos' chances of winning the Brownlow here? And I did say in my season prediction video at the start of the year, and I will mention this in a few weeks' time, just going over my season predictions and with what I got right and what I didn't get right. I predicted Nick Daicos would win the Brownlow Medal this year, and it looks likely to be the case here. For this video, I'm going to go through every single game he played, his stats, what I predict will be his vote count for each game, what the Brownlow predictor has, sneaky games, danger games, floating games, compared to his opposition as well. Now, this is central to just Nick Daicos, solely on Collingwood, solely on Nick Daicos. I won't mention his season averages, but I will mention in each game his stats. The floor I have for this is at the very minimum 25 votes, the maximum 40 votes. We'll cast a net over that and find what I think will be his final vote count. And I'll likely make a video on this during the week, whether he wins the Brownlow, whether he doesn't win the Brownlow medal. There'll be a Nick Daicos topic video, so you're welcome for that, guys. But they'll likely be uploaded on Wednesday. Again, busy 48, 72 hours for me after this. Won't be uploading any videos Monday or Tuesday. Next upload will be on Wednesday, and then who knows from there. Now, with that out of the way, I'll just go through each round, his stats, what I think the vote count's going to be for him, and his chance to win the Brownlow at the end. So, opening round, we'll get into it. Opening round, 21 disposals, 12 contested possessions, 5 clearances in a 52-point loss to GWS. Tramped up late in the third quarter, barely played the final quarter. Forget about it. It's a GWS game, this one. 3-2-1 goes to GWS players. The Brownlow predictor has 0 votes, and I've also got Nick Daicos for 0 votes here. Round 1 against Adelaide, 91-point win. 26 disposals at 80% disposal efficiency. 4 clearances, 9 inside 50 entries, 8 score involvements, and a goal in the third quarter while being tagged by Will and Drew. The Brownlow predictor has 0 votes for this. I've also got it for 0, but in saying that, there's a possibility he sneaks a Brownlow vote in this one, and if he does sneak a Brownlow vote here, it's a good indication of how the night's going to be for Nick Daicos. Still side bottom. Dan McStay, Tim Membry up forward was pretty good. A few other players as well in this game. It's going to be a Collingwood heavy voted game here. 3-2-1, all Collingwood players. I don't think Nick Daicos gets a vote here, but if he sneaks one, it's a good indication that it's going to be a good night for him. Round 2 against Footscray, good old Footscray, as they were called back then for that game. 6-point win over the Bulldogs, 39 disposals, 9 clearances, 11 score involvements, 8 inside 50 entries, 13 final quarter disposals. The Brownlow predictor has him for 3 votes here, and I think he'll kickstart his Brownlow vote count here with 3 votes here. This will be a father-son dominated vote count. Don't be surprised if Liberatore and Sam Darcy are in the votes here. They could steal votes off him overall for 3 votes here. Sam Darcy was magnificent up forward, particularly that first half. Liberatore was magnificent all around the ground. Ed Richards involved. Again, another that, that could be in the mix, but uh, because it's a Collingwood win, it's a midfielder's medal overall. I've got Nick Daicos for 3 votes here. He'll kickstart his Brownlow vote count and he's on his way. But round 3 was the bye. Round 4 was a 17-point win over Carlton Thursday night, wet weather conditions. Nick Daicos, 27 disposals at 55% disposal efficiency. That's the kicker right there. 13 contested possessions, however, 6 clearances, 5 inside 50 entries. He had a terrible first half in this game. He was in the bottom 4, bottom 5 rated players at halftime. George Hewitt played a run with role. Surprisingly played much better. George Hewitt probably gets a vote or 2 in this game. Lachie Schultz was best on ground here. Brownlow predictor has 0 votes for this game. I've got him for 0. He'll stay on 3 votes after round 4. Round 5, 34 disposals, 9 clearances, 9 tackles, 7 score involvements, 5 inside 50 entries, while being tagged by James Jordan. That was a 31-point win over Sydney and Gather Round. The Brownlow predictor has 2 votes for this game for Nick Daicos. I've got him for 3. I'm going to sneak that up for 3. That's the first differential I've got here. Still side bottom, magnificent. Ned Long's legacy game or his breakout game here. And honourable mention to Isaac Heaney, 28 disposals, I believe, for 2 goals. But it's a 31-point win at Collingwood. I think it'll be Nick Daicos, still side bottom. And hopefully it's Ned Long's first Brownlow vote game here. I'm going to go Nick Daicos for 3, side bottom for 2, Ned Long for 1. And as for Nick Daicos, I've got him for 6 Brownlow votes after round 5. Round 6 against Brisbane, 52-point win. This is a pretty straightforward one because Nick Daicos had 38 disposals at 76% disposal efficiency, 8 clearances, 12 score involvements, 6 inside 50 entries, and a goal in the third quarter. Tagged by Jared Berry in the third quarter, kicked that goal and pretty much just shrugged the tag right there. Brownlow predictor has 3 votes for him. I've got him for 6, just for 3. This is a pretty straightforward 3 Brownlow vote game here. If it was up to me, he'd have 6 or the full shebang of votes here. I don't know who's going to have the 2 or 1 in this. I don't care because this was a Nick Daicos dominated game and he'll be up to 9 Brownlow votes after round 6. Round 7, this is going to be an interesting one. 31 disposals, 11 clearances, 7 tackles, 9 score involvements, 9 inside 50 entries and a goal. 41-point win over Essendon Anzac Day. The Brownlow predictor surprisingly has him down for 0 votes in this game. I reckon he sneaks a vote, and he might even sneak 2. Deal side bottom Anzac Day medalist. Jamie Elliott kicked 5 goals, but he kicked 2 goals late in the final quarter, so something to bear in mind there. And Josh Daicos was roaming all around the halfback flank. He was playing on Isaac Kako, so maybe that plays a part, but there will be a Daicos in the votes here, whether it's Nick or Josh, we'll find out. But Jamie Elliott does deserve votes for games where he kicked 4+ goals in, so watch out there. And also, it's a good sign as well. Still, side bottom's going to have a good start this season for the Brownlow votes. He could be on double-digit votes, still side bottom by Anzac Day, or he could be in the top 5, or best case scenario, he could be leading after a first third part of the season. But again, Brownlow predictor has him for 0. I'm going to say Nick Daicos sneaks a 1-vote game here. 10 votes after 7 rounds. Round 8, Nick Daicos, 28 disposals, 6 clearances, 8 score involvements and a goal. Tagged by Mullen. Good 3 quarters for Nick Daicos, then was quiet, only 3 disposals in the final quarter. The Brownlow predictor has him for 2 votes. I'm going to be different here and say Nick Daicos doesn't register a vote in this game. Bailey Smith, Patrick Dangerfield for Geelong here. Dangerfield, particularly that final quarter. Pendlebury, Darcy Cameron were immense in this game. Darcy Cameron had a field day in the ruck. Pendlebury experience showed in this game. This was the best home and away game of the year, my personal opinion. And I don't think Nick Daicos will get a Brownlow vote in this game just because we lost the game. So leave it at that. Round 9 against Fremantle, 5-day break. 14-point win as well, a game that we should not have won. Nick Daicos, only 18 disposals, 4 clearances, 6 score involvements and a goal. Tagged by Corey Wagner. No Brownlow votes here, pretty straightforward, but got to mention it because Jack Crisp, Jamie Elliott, Career best games for both of them in this game. Elliott, 6 goals, crisp redemption game. No Brownlow votes for Nick Daicos. I think the 3 votes, well, 2 and 3 will go to Crisp and Elliott. And I think the 1 Brownlow vote will go to either Jordan Clark or Brayshaw. No votes to Nick Daicos. After round 9, he'll be on 10 Brownlow votes still. Round 10, Nick Daicos, 28 disposals. That's 75% disposal efficiency. 7 clearances, 6 inside 50 entries. This is the first of a few point of difference games for the overall Brownlow medal count. Jordan Dawson should get the 3 Brownlow votes here. And the 2 and 1, I think, will be Collingwood players, but not Nick Daicos. I think that goes to Steele Sidebottom and Jeremy Howe for his intercepting ability in this game. Possibly Ned Long again in the mix. But Nick Daicos had a good game here as well. But again, like the Port Adelaide game and maybe the Essendon or Anzac Day game, if he sneaks a Brownlow vote here, it's a good indication of how Nick Daicos will go. But after 10 rounds, Nick Daicos should be on 10 Brownlow votes. Steele Sidebottom could very well be ahead of Nick Daicos after 10 rounds. Round 11, Nick Daicos, 38 disposals, 5 clearances, 12 inside 50 entries, 12 score involvements, 45-point win over North Melbourne. He had 15 or 16 disposals in that final quarter against North Melbourne. But the 3 votes and 2 votes will go to Nick Daicos and Ned Long. This is a genuine 50-50 on who gets the 3 Brownlow votes. The Brownlow predictor has 3 votes here, and I'm going to say Nick Daicos gets 3 votes here. Unfortunate for Ned Long. I think this will be very harsh. Ned Long, his stats in this game were just as good, if not better. 3 votes Daicos, 2 votes Ned Long. And just from my eyes in this game, I thought Riley Hardiman had a very good game here. I hope he gets the 1 Brownlow vote here. The Brownlow predictor has 3. Nick Daicos has 3, and I think Nick Daicos will be on 13 votes after 11 rounds. Round 12, 51-point win over Hawthorn, the best game I've attended home and away wise in years for Collingwood. 32 disposals for Nick Daicos, 4 clearances, 12 score involvements, 6 tackles, 1 contested mark, his first career contested mark, and 1 goal. The Brownlow predictor has him for 1 vote, and I'm going to play it safe and say he gets 1 Brownlow vote. This will be Steele Sidebottom and Jamie Elliott and Nick Daicos in the votes, unless Jack Ginnivan sneaks a Brownlow vote. But it's a 51-point win. I think it will all go to Collingwood. Steele Sidebottom for 3, Elliott for 2, and Nick Daicos for 1. But again, he could sneak 2, but it's another good indication of how his night would go. So after round 12, he'd be on 14 votes. Round 13, King's birthday. Didn't watch this game, but Nick Daicos had 19 disposals, 8 clearances, 6 not 50 entries, 4 score involvements, and a goal. Looks decent, but he was tagged heavily by Ed Langdon. The Brownlow predictor has him for 0 votes, and pretty straightforward. He won't get any Brownlow votes. So we head into the bye at round 14. Nick Daicos on 14 votes, and this is where he makes his charge. Round 15 against St Kilda, 34-point win. Nick Daicos, 30 disposals, 14 contested possessions, 5 clearances, 9 inside 50 entries, 9 score involvements, 9 intercept possessions, and a goal. That good sealing goal in the 4th quarter while being held by Marcus Windhager, tagged by Marcus Windhager. Just tremendous. It's deserving of 3 Brownlow votes. Messiah will be in the votes, I reckon. Point of difference game, but this will go towards Nick Daicos. The Brownlow predictor has him for 3 votes. I've got him for 3 votes here, and Nick Daicos will be on 17 votes after round 15. Round 16 against West Coast, 29-point win, probably the ugliest or one of the worst wins. I've got to be grateful. I've got to be privileged for it. Nick Daicos, 34 disposals, 5 clearances, 9 inside 50 entries, 9 score involvements, and a goal. The Brownlow predictor has him for 2 votes. I've got him for 3. Scott Pendlebury had a tremendous game. He kicked that goal with 10 seconds left. Does Scott Pendlebury's goal with 10 seconds left be the point of difference in this game? Who gets the 3-2-1? I think Nick Daicos has 3, Pendlebury will get 2, and I think Liam Baker gets the 1 to round it out. But after round 16, I've got Nick Daicos on 20 Brownlow votes. Round 17 against Carlton, 56-point win, 36 disposals, 7 clearances, 7 inside 50 entries, 13 score involvements, not 1, 2 contested marks, and a goal. The Brownlow predictor has him for 3 votes. I've got him for 3 Brownlow votes, and after round 17, he'll be on 23 votes. Round 18, 6-point loss to Gold Coast, 26 disposals, 6 clearances, 8 score involvements. Physical game for Nick Daicos. Noah Anderson and Matt Rowell will get the 3-2 here. Another point of difference game. But I do think Anderson and Rowell will still votes off each other in this game. The Brownlow predictor, or for the season that is, just for Nick Daicos in this game, the Brownlow predictor has him for 0, and I've got him for 0 as well. So after 18 rounds, 23 votes still, he'll be Collingwood's highest vote getter at this stage. Will he be leading? We'll find out. Round 19 against Fremantle, 1 point loss. Very frustrating still, just mentioning that. 43 disposals, 8 clearances, 7 inside 50 entries, 7 tackles, 6 rebound 50s, starting across half back, 8 score involvements and a goal. The Brownlow predictor has him for 3 votes here. I'm going to play it safe and say yes, he gets 3 votes here, but really, this should be a 3 vote game for Patrick Voss for kicking 6 goals. Caleb Sarong also had a high possession game, but he was inefficient compared to Nick Daicos. I think the 3-2-1 will be Nick Daicos, Patrick Voss, and Caleb Sarong. So after round 19, Nick Daicos will be on 26 votes. Basically, 12 votes from his last 5 games, so 12 from possible 15 votes. This will be the period where Nick Daicos makes his charge towards winning the Brownlow Medal. Round 20 against Richmond's bounce back win, 42 disposals, 4 clearances, 14 score involvements, 8 inside 50 entries, 3 goals, and a contested mark. Again, 42 disposals and 3 goals. That's 3 Brownlow votes. It should be 6, but just like the Brisbane game, pretty straightforward. 3 Brownlow votes. After round 20, he'll be on 29 votes. We'll find out if he's in front by a certain margin. He needs to be in front by over 3 votes in this game because the next month is not ideal for him. And we'll start off with round 21 against Brisbane, 27-point loss. Nick Daicos, 29 disposals, 6 clearances, 9 score involvements, and a goal. Basically, Brisbane's midfielders deserve the 3-2-1s. Logan Morris, 6 goals. Henry Smith, 3 goals. This is a Brisbane dominated voting game here. The Brownlow predictor has him for 0, and I've got him for 0. Round 22, you'll notice in the Brownlow vote, if you're watching it tomorrow or on Monday night, they like to just speed run these sort of rounds and get to the winner. And I'll do this here because round 22, we got fucking smashed by Hawthorn by 64 points. Nick Daicos, 24 disposals, 6 clearances, and 5 score involvements. That's the only positive there. um, yeah, Hawthorn will dominate the votes. Jai Newcomb, easy 3 votes here. Lloyd Meek, 3 goals. Ginnivan, another decent game. It's all Hawthorn. Brownlow predictor, 0 votes. 0 votes here. Stuck on 29. Round 23, though, against Adelaide, 3-point loss. Nick Daicos, 29 disposals, 8 clearances, 8 inside 50 entries, 6 tackles, 6 score involvements, and a goal. Point of difference game, and I think this seals it for Nick Daicos. He'll get the 3 votes here. Jordan Dawson possibly gets 1, maybe 2 in this game. Josh Worrell, I think, deserves 1. That was his best game I've seen him play. 3 Brownlow votes predicted for Nick Daicos. I've got him for 3. He'll be on 32 votes, and I think this is where he wins it. I think certain results and votes will go his way towards the latter parts of the season for Nick Daicos to win it. Because round 24, 27 disposals, 5 clearances, 6 inside 50 entries, 5 tackles, and 4 score involvements. Much better game here compared to King's birthday. But I don't think he gets a Brownlow vote. But just like Port Adelaide, just like the first Adelaide game, and just like the Anzac Day game, and I'll mention this in the next few minutes, if he sneaks a Brownlow vote in this game, it's a good indication he'll win. But I don't think he gets the votes here. Jordan De Goey and Scott Pendlebury played better in this game compared to Nick Daicos. Gawn, Petrarca, Oliver played better as well. Surely Nick Daicos doesn't sneak a vote, but we've seen some crazy vote counts in recent years. Certain players dominating games, we're not getting a vote. Certain players not lighting up a stat sheet, but getting 3 votes for certain games. So we'll figure it out. Again, the floor is 25 votes. The ceiling is 40 votes, and we're stuck in the middle at the conclusion of my predictions. Nick Daicos, I think the final count will be Nick Daicos, 32 Brownlow votes. If I could say 32 and a half, I'd say that. 32, 33, that's my overall prediction. The breakdown of it, surprisingly, no games where he gets 2 votes, but they'll likely be the case in the official count. 10 games where he gets 3 Brownlow votes and 2 games where he gets 1 Brownlow vote. So 23 games played, 11 games where he doesn't get a vote. But in saying that, there's quite a few danger games where he can steal votes or games where he could have votes stolen. So I'll mention this here. Round 2 against Footscray, watch out for Sam Darcy and Tom Liberatore. Against Sydney, Steel side bottom, Ned Long and Isaac Heaney could be in the mix. Anzac Day, if he sneaks a Brownlow vote, but really it should be Steel side bottom, Jamie Elliott and Josh Daicos. Round 11 against North Melbourne, Ned Long, 3 votes or 2 votes, we'll find out. Round 12 against Hawthorn, still side bottom, Jamie Elliott and possibly Jack Ginnivan. Round 15 against St Kilda, surely it's 3 Brownlow votes, but Nasiah will likely get votes. My prediction as well, and I'll mention this in a few minutes as well, Nasiah will get the most votes from any player from round 17 towards the end of the home and away season, and Nasiah could get 1 Brownlow vote here, and that will kickstart his charge towards the end of the season. Round 16 against West Coast, Scott Pendlebury and Liam Baker will be in the mix. And round 19 against Fremantle, Patrick Voss and Caleb Sarong would possibly steal votes. In terms of sneaky voting games, Port Adelaide could sneak a vote against Essendon for Anzac Day, could sneak a vote or two, could sneak some votes against Geelong in round 8, could sneak a vote against Adelaide in round 10, could sneak multiple votes against Hawthorn in round 12, and could sneak votes against Melbourne in round 24. I don't think it's going to be the case he sneaks votes, but again, with the umpiring and the Brownlow vote count, you just never know. In saying all that, if it's not Nick Daicos, there's quite a handful of other players that could win it, and deservingly so. Jordan Dawson for Adelaide, because I don't think other players will steal votes of him in the midfield. Noah Anderson and Matt Rioux for Gold Coast. They're going to steal votes of each other. I think that's going to cost either of these players a Brownlow this year. Riley Smith for Geelong. He's missed 3 games for the home and away season. And I think that's going to be enough games for him to miss out on the Brownlow medal here. Hugh McCluggage, he'll have a consistent season for the votes. I don't think he'll win it overall. And Nasiah, for the simple fact, he'll have the most votes for any player in the last 2 months of the home and away season. Where he's at after our win against them. We haven't had a tied Brownlow since 2012, and that was done in retrospect for Trent Cotchin and Sam Mitchell. We haven't had a tie for a live count since 03, when Nathan Buckley, Mark Rasciuto, and Adam Goods won it. 3-way tie. Could this be the year? I've said this in multiple years previously for 2022 and possibly 2023, where it could be a tie. This doesn't feel like it'll be a tie. Last year was either Cripps or Nick Daicos. This year feels like it's Nick Daicos' time to finally win the Brownlow. My overall prediction is Nick Daicos, 32 Brownlow votes, will win his first Brownlow medal here. A resume, under 100 career games in the AFL, has a premiership medal, 3 All-Australian selections, best and fairest at Collingwood. Lee Matthews Trophy this year, Coaches Award last year. He's racking up all the accolades, just doesn't have a Norm Smith medal just yet, and surely gets the Brownlow medal in the coming days. But I will have a Nick Daicos topic video uploaded either on Wednesday night or Wednesday morning, just talking about his season if he wins the Brownlow medal. But if he doesn't win the Brownlow medal, then I'll just discuss his, I guess not his future, but just the Collingwood midfield going forward and why Nick Daicos needs a few more dance partners in the middle, long term that is. But that's for Wednesday. Massive day of upload, or massive weekend of uploads for me here. Just making up for it. Make sure you guys are again subscribed to my channel. Give the video a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment your thoughts on the Brownlow medal and just other things Collingwood. Share it, recommend it. What are your thoughts? What are your predictions? Just let it all out. Let it all out. It's an interesting weekend. Our season's over, but we try and move on. We try and bounce back side by side. Love you guys. Love the support on this channel, and I hope to improve on this channel going forward. I'll leave you guys all to it. Hoping you guys have a good weekend. Please be well. Please be safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Up the pies. Up the pies!